Hey everyone, welcome to New Slang. I'm Thomas Mooney, and this is episode number 71. On this episode, I'm joined by Texas songwriter Vincent Neil Emerson. I've known about his music for a while now, but this was the first time meeting him in person. He'd played here in Lubbock a few other times, but for some reason or another, I just kind of missed those shows. At any rate, though, he's kind of one of those people who it feels like you've kind of just known him forever. You just have this kind of, I don't know, just the way he talks with people. It's kind of funny, like whenever you have a conversation with somebody, like in this kind of situation, where there's like a microphone recording, you're really just trying to get to a point where they forget about the microphone being there. It's different with everyone. Sometimes it's, you're trying to, I guess, like fill your way through the first few minutes, try and get a read of what this is actually going to be like. Sometimes it's, 10 minutes or 30 minutes of just really making it sound, hopefully like a conversation versus, an interview. And sometimes I guess like a lot of that has to do with, sometimes these people that you're interviewing have been coached on how to answer questions, because they're typically like in a different kind of setting, a newspaper setting or maybe like a magazine setting. There's not like really any ill will or bad intent, but sometimes like they can just sometimes they can just sound like a robot. This is all to say that really like Vincent didn't feel like that at all. It was just really effortless from the get-go. He says it during the podcast, but I'll mention it here too. He said that his manager had told him like his only quote-unquote like real like bullet point was to get across that he had a record coming out sometime in the fall. And we talk a lot about the making of that record. Its title is still to be determined, so I'm sure like whenever it's officially announced, I'll be talking about it on here and various other platforms. I'm really excited to hear what this record does for Vincent. I think he has a whole lot of potential to be one of those quote-unquote rising young artists, a new voice in country music, all that kind of good stuff. It's really an anticipated album, I think, even though I have not really heard many people talk about it. Anyway, I do have a bunch of other great interviews coming out soon, including this one, obviously. So tell your friends and family and coworkers and whatnot to subscribe to the podcast. You can listen on iTunes and Spotify. I'll be honest, though, like it's a lot better if you just subscribe to iTunes, because you can rate the podcast there and you can share it easier, and you just get like better numbers anyways. If for some reason you're not following me on social media, go ahead and do so. It's @_newslang on Twitter and on Instagram. It's just New Slang on Facebook. You'll be able to keep up with everything with the podcast on those platforms, as well as just like my general thoughts on music and Game of Thrones. No comment on Game of Thrones right now. Texas Tech basketball, whatever. And just like some of the stuff I write in general. Yeah, I think that's about it. We'll go ahead and get on with the conversation with Vincent Neil Emerson now. Thanks. Should be pretty good here. Yeah, well, I guess like we'll start out with the first time I heard you. I heard a record somebody had passed over to me. I guess it was like East Texas Blues.
Yeah.
That's not online anymore.
No, it's a record that I made. I wrote all those songs when I was about 19 through 22, something like that.
Yeah.
And we re-recorded one of the songs, and the rest of the songs I didn't really like, so we just scrapped it and started fresh.
Yeah, like what I mean, like that's something it's always, I guess, where when you write those songs so early on, can it be hard to relate to them, like once you pass that point, and knowing what okay, what'd you keep though? What was the one song
that I kept off of that record is 7 Come 11.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only song I could stand playing. The rest of them were like, like I was just getting into Buck Owens and stuff, trying to write like Bakersfield type of stuff, and I was just really green,
Right.
So,
yeah.
if somebody will find, people keep finding copies of it actually at the local record store.
Well, see, that's what's going to happen is it always happens where you can find it at old record stores, or I'm sure if we look on Amazon, there'll be like a copy for like $50.
Yeah.
$100, that kind of thing. That's where I used to do a whole lot of that, where I would just like search for records that weren't released anymore. And like I'd always found like Ryan Bingham records, but they'd always be like $100. Or
it seemed like he would have
$500.
a lot of those.
Yeah. I asked him about it, like if he ever thought about reissuing them, and he was like, well, I don't even know if I have any copies of them myself to like, I don't know if I have any quote unquote masters of any of those, but I couldn't even give those fuckers away back in the day, and now people are
That's funny, man.
Yeah. So, you have a box in the closet?
A box full of the no, I don't have
Nothing
anything.
like that?
I lost them all. It was like more like emails that I like long lost email accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, well, that's the song 7 Come 11. I heard Charlie Crockett cut it, or on YouTube he covered it. What'd you think of that?
Man, Charlie's a good buddy of mine, actually. I've known him for a while. I've known him since it's been years now, but since before he started gaining traction, even in DFW. He was just playing the A-Dare, playing the same spots as me.
Right.
And I think he bought that record. Somebody gave it to him or something, and he came out to one of our shows. He's like, "Hey man, I'm Charlie Crockett. Good to meet you." Like, stuck his hand. I'm like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I didn't know. I'm kind of skeptical about him. He gave me his record, and on the way home, I listened to it, man, and it just blew me away. I was like, "Shit, goddamn."
Right.
Yeah.
I always love whenever, like, friends cover friends. You know what I mean? Like, if you
nobody does it anymore.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, I think like part of the reason is, I was talking with Drew Kennedy about this, is that I think what he was saying was people put out records so slowly now that you kind of want to put out the songs that you wrote yourself. Mm-hmm. And back in the day, even though there was technically not as many records, if Willie Nelson's putting a record out a year, he's got to put out 12
the
songs.
Material, you've got to.
So you kind of have to put out more.
Yeah, I think also just comes from like the old school way of doing things, where you have the singer and the songwriter separated.
Right.
It's like kind of like old school way of doing it. There's like a charm to that when it comes to doing your friends' tunes, or doing like kind of like hearing Jerry Jeff Walker do everybody's songs, or hearing like Joe Ely do somebody's song, or Towns Van Zandt do Joe Ely's tune, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. I think old Charlie's bringing that back, though. It's like we're in the age of everybody's too hung up on being a singer-songwriter, that they're just kind of ignoring that whole part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's interesting about Charlie, I talked with him last week. That's probably why I'm even bringing him up so much, was, like he put those 3 records out, and I said it last week. I think it's like he put those 3 records out in like 18 months. And granted, like 2 of them are just covers, but like that's still like so much material out in such a short period of time. But one of the biggest things that he's done is he's really helped bridge a gap between generations of like we were talking about how he would go to a show, or he's playing a show, and somebody says, oh, my grandchildren told me to check you out, or like vice versa. You know what I mean? And that's something that's really cool.
Anytime you're really connecting with the roots of like the old school kind of stuff, you get the older folks involved in it. That's what, like early on, we were doing a lot of honky-tonk stuff, so my whole fan base was older folks.
Yeah.
This is really neat. have made me have to like kind of clean up my language at shows and shit.
Yeah. Where are you from? Are you from East Texas? I'm assuming.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm from Canton.
Where's that at? I'm from West Texas.
It's right.
So I don't even...
It's right next to nowhere. It's. I'm actually from Myrtle Springs. It's like I use Canton as a reference. Like that's town for us.
Yeah.
You know? But it's in Van Zandt County, kind of near like you might have heard like the trade days, like First Mondays. Like they have a big flea market over there. You know. Mm-hmm. It's right near Tyler, so I don't know, somewhere in East Texas.
Yeah, somewhere in East Texas. Yeah, I think it's so funny, like I grew up in West Texas, just like in Fort Stockton, which is in the middle of nowhere. And I think you always think of the other side of the state as being like filled up with people or something like that. Yeah. And then like you meet people from that side and they're like, no, there's nothing out here too.
I knew there was nobody over here. What are you talking about? But I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, Texas is a big state, but you know, there's not a lot of people in it. Well, there is a lot of people in it, but
it's all in these big old cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you moved to Fort Worth and you started playing in Fort Worth first. Is that where you first moved, or would you have a stopover?
I bounced around DFW before that. Like when I was a teenager, I went to several different schools, and going back to East Texas and kind of like living in Mesquite or wherever, you know, just little towns around. But yeah, I think I really planted roots in Fort Worth about 6 years ago. So it's my second home, you know.
Yeah. Fort Worth is it feels like it's such a vibrant and rootsy scene right now, as far as like it feels like there's a lot of just bands or artists moving in and really settling in and coming from honest spots, honest places, and not trying to be something or that they're not, or like trying to bank on, you know, just other people's music, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's it like right now? What do you feel like? What are you seeing?
Man, I'm seeing a lot of everything but Fort Worth right now. We've been on the road a whole lot, but when I'm in town and hanging out with people, I think the country scene is getting there. Mm-hmm. Like you got the old school dudes doing it in the stockyards, like Tommy Hooker and his son Jake Hooker, and a few other folks that are really laying it down, doing the whole dance hall kind of stuff. But you got people like Summer Dean and Simon Flory. Who else? There's a bunch of them, man. Anytime I start thinking like, oh, I gotta name off some names, I'm just gonna remember two, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that's how I listen to music all damn day, and then somebody will be like, "What have you been listening to?" I'll be like, "Let me go get my phone real quick. I need to go look," because you just kind of forget. I don't know.
Sometimes I don't listen to music for long periods of time. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing so much music, you just want to like kind of step away from it for a minute.
Right. Well, for me, like, I feel like it's almost, and this is gonna sound horrible, but it's at some point, because you're getting sent so many records, it kind of feels like homework at some point.
Oh yeah.
You're like, and so I'll just start listening to like podcasts or just, you know, just ambient music, just to get a palate cleanser, because you know, if you're just always with it, so I don't know, but I still love music. I mean, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah. My thing is like watching shows like Netflix or Hulu or something, and like just get lost. And what's that one with Larry David? What's that show?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. I'm lost in a sauce on that one right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, back to music.
Yeah. I'm an old Seinfeld guy. Like,
me too, man. I think a couple months ago I just finished watching every episode.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
I remember just seeing that shit on TV when I was a kid constantly.
Yeah. I read this the other day, I say the other day, it's probably a couple years ago, but I read that, like, because, you know, they have, like, it's syndicated on TNT now, right? Or TBS, one of the, but, like, they speed the episodes up just a little bit, just so they can, like, so they can fit in, like, another couple, like, commercials in, and so, like, it doesn't have the same pacing. Like, you can't really tell
Really?
like when you're watching. But apparently, like they speed up the episodes just so they can like fit another commercial or two in.
Damn.
And I was wondering like what did that do? What's that do to the pacing of
The comedic timing is
yeah.
probably all kinds of fucked up.
yeah? If there's just like,
Kramer
this little,
flying
like,
in the door, just
yeah.
like it's probably extra hilarious. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
either,
it's
but
not as funny. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. Or if maybe like during the 90s, like it was just a little bit more laid back where
Probably.
you know people aren't just checking their phone every 5 minutes, because that's what it would be now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Kramer would probably not have a phone. He still wouldn't be that guy. But like George would be addicted.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Anyways though, what are you working on now? Like what's the big rollout?
I've got a record in the can ready to go, man. We made it over at Knowsley Sound in Fort Worth. I think it's about 10 songs. We had 13 songs recorded. I can't make up my mind whether or not I want to put all of them out or just 10 or what. But
Right.
we're planning on putting it out sometime this fall. That's right. And my manager called me today. He's like, "This is what you tell the guy. Put it out in the fall. Putting it out this fall, man." Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited about it? What was
dude.
Did you go in and like just? I love like asking. Did you go in and like do these just a couple dates here and there, or did you go in for like, you know, a week straight or?
Dude, I was trying to get it as like, so we booked a week's worth of time in the studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the boys over there, like Austin Jenkins, Josh Block, and Chris Vivian, they were expecting us to like get maybe 5 songs done within a week. I was on it though. We were trying to get like, I think we got all the songs done in 4 days, 4.5 days.
Yeah.
So I was on it, man. I wasn't wasting no time. But yeah, it was just a non-stop, like doing a song every 2 hours kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you guys recorded 13 songs, but what was the song bank before that? Like, what did you cut down from to even record 13? What was even in like the maybe we could cut this? Maybe that's.
I guess about 20 or so.
Yeah.
You know, at the time I was doing a lot of 3-hour barbecue joint type of shows, so I had about 20 originals, and then I would do like I had a bank of just standards that I would do all the time. But yeah, we had about 20 songs, and you know, threw some of them away and thought about re-recording some from the old record, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what goes into the process of deciding like what doesn't fit? Is it usually fit, or is it usually more like I don't know if this is good enough for what I want to do?
My thing is, man, when it comes to making records, like if I don't have like a this doesn't fit or that doesn't fit, because it all just comes out of my filter, just kind of comes out sounding the same, but same but different. same, but it comes out like I could have 3 acoustic. It could be like 4 or 5 acoustic songs, and then 3 full band tunes.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really matter. But the standard for me was like, is a song good enough to do it? You know,
Right.
Is it worth doing it to feel good? You know. And we had a couple that felt good live, but didn't feel good in the studio. So we just kind of got rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What wasn't working? What was it? Because obviously these are like 2 different things. It's like playing live and recording. What was it like? What wasn't working with them?
I don't know, man. It's something like something with the mojo with them. You know, something that I can't explain.
Yeah.
You know.
You just knew.
Kind of like if you feel like it's kind of like you have to be in the mood for like a Reuben sandwich. You know, you have to be in the mood for a big old plate of nachos or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Plate of nachos.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't go for a bowl of cereal right now. Probably not.
Yeah. Well, I'm lactose, so I don't even. I can't.
You mess with
eat
that
no
soy
damn
milk
cereal.
stuff?
I was, but then I was just like, is it even? Like, this is not really affecting my life that much to like not do it.
Cereal's kind of like that every once in a while. I think it's kind of gross. It gets all soggy and
yeah.
This is a great podcast talking about cereal now. Hell yeah.
Hey, this is what you do. You just like let it flow into whatever. I've got a buddy from here. He's a songwriter. His name's Danny Satra, and this is like probably like 5 years ago, but he had a Facebook post about how like the perfect cereal was like whenever you poured it in the morning, like pour your bowl of cereal, put the milk in, and leave it sitting out like for like 4 hours.
I would have done that. No,
then coming
dude.
out and then being like,
Kidding me?
that is like the perfect cereal, because that's how it like it comes in, and it's
That is the goddamn opposite of what I'm trying to do.
yeah,
man.
no, I'm like,
It's like
if you're gonna eat it, like it better be crunchy still.
I gotta like.
Not the soggy,
anytime
like-
I find myself eating it really fast. I've never eaten a bowl of cereal slow.
Yeah, I feel like this is something that we all do, or we've all done, is like where you pour the cereal, you put your milk in, all that stuff, and then you eat, and then there's a bunch of milk in there, so you're like, maybe pour some more in there, but you don't ever like pour more milk, and you just keep on getting less milk but more bowls.
The worst is when you get the
small.
Cocoa Puffs, man, and then like the chocolate dust accumulates in the milk. If you do that enough times and try to drink that, you will have a heart attack,
Yeah.
a sugar rush, and die.
You know what's weird is is like they used to have fucking I don't know if they still have it. I've not seen a commercial for it. But like they used to have like the cookie crisp, which is like just fucking cookies for
With the
breakfast.
wolf, yeah.
Yeah. And
Cookie crisp.
yeah.
That's good.
And you trying to like convince your mom or your dad, like, no, this is cereal though, and they're just like, no, this is fucking cookies. Like these are chocolate chip cookies. Like this is not what you're having for breakfast.
I feel like smart parents weren't fooled by that shit.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, do you mind if I get another beer real quick? Can we
Yeah,
pause
go
it?
ahead. Yeah, we'll go and pause it real quick.
Cool. Wearing it out.
Oh yeah, did you?
And they said jug of water. That's my nickname in college.
I had a friend who he would always say, what did he say? He would say something to the effect of like, yeah, that's what my ex-wife used to say. But
Oh, shit.
yeah, never married, like, kind of.
I love those.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna ask though, like, you know, on this record, do you have any co-writes, or is it all just you?
It's all meat, pretty much, yeah.
Is that what you kind of like to do? Do you like a?
You know what, man? I've tried to co-write a couple times with some people. Like I think I've written a couple good songs with a few people, but it's such a personal thing for me that I find it better just to write alone.
Mm-hmm. Are you? What's your thing? Are you always like constantly writing in writing mode, or you go through like phases of?
I go through phases for sure, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes because you're on the road so much, it's kind of hard to, especially when you're drinking or partying or whatever, wake up hungover and just barely have enough energy to get to the show and get it done. Sometimes it's kind of hard to write on the road, but sometimes you just come up with shit. It just comes out of from nowhere,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. What's the last song you wrote?
I got this song that I'm writing. It's called Country Gold. And it's kind of just one of those tunes where I name off a bunch of people that I like in country music.
Yeah.
Just a silly. Sometimes I write goofy ass songs. I got a song called Fried Chicken and Evil Women.
Yeah, I've seen that
That
one.
tells you
Yeah.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, that I get that from John Prine.
Right.
He's more clever with it. Some of my shit is kind of goofy, but it's fun, whatever.
Yeah. John Prine is just one of those guys who, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like most songwriters, they hit like a golden era of their writing. You know what I mean? Where they're just nailing it all the way
He's
through.
been living in that golden era, dude, his whole life.
Well, and that's what I'm gonna say. Like a lot of guys, they'll fall out. Like you go, man, why is he writing this kind of stuff now? But like that last record Prine put out last year, was so damn good. That was
Tree of Forgiveness.
Tree of Forgiveness. Yeah. There's so many damn good songs on there.
Yeah, man. I heard he's making another one.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to make another one. Oh, burping so much today. But I'm full of hot air, y'all. Out there in internet world.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Prime play or anything like that?
No, man, I haven't. It's like the thing, I still haven't seen Willie Nelson play live yet.
Yeah. I saw Willie a couple years back at Luck Reunion.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it feels like, you know, he's up there playing the show and, like, probably doesn't give a shit.
To talk shit at this point.
yeah. But, like, doesn't give a shit about, like, who's out in the crowd. You know what I mean?
He
like,
don't care, man.
He's like, I'm playing these songs and you know them or not, and
dude,
I'll do it on the road again.
Just to see Willie Nelson is enough for me. I don't care, you know. I think he still kills it with the guitar solos and everything. Yeah. He's still killing it.
I think, honestly, like, he's another guy who, yeah, he's probably gone through a couple of lulls because he's putting out records all the damn time. Oh, yeah. But, like, even his last few records have been really pretty solid, you know, like the writing's still there. There's, like, that, I can't think what the damn name of it is, but his last one that he had like Tony Joe White on it and stuff like that before he passed.
Yeah.
And, like Jamie Johnson was on it, and it was just like a solid record. But, yeah. But I've never seen Prine either. He's just like, I don't know, like he just. They say like he goes to the same like the same breakfast place in Nashville every time. And,
you want to hear a crazy ass story, man?
Yeah,
check this out. So we was down in Nashville. Or over in Nashville, rather, for a couple shows, and we stopped into this place called Arnold's. It's right next door to Carter Vintage Guitars, my favorite place to eat in Nashville. And I guess we were either 30 minutes, like, early or late, but John Prine came in and shot part of his music video there. So we were like, I was there that day, so if I was there like 30 minutes early,
yeah.
I would have, or 30 minutes late, whatever it was, I would have saw John Prine. And I probably would have, like, been in the music video, just out of, like, either just passing through the crowd, you know, I don't know. That would have been neat. Would have been cool. But, yeah. I've had a few buddies that have opened up for him and played on stage with him, man. Colter Wall.
Yeah.
And Ian No.
Yeah.
It's incredible, dude.
I'm supposed to talk with Ian No sometime in the next couple weeks for an article about his new record.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think that I've been trying to think of, like, figure out what exactly who he reminds me of, like, specifically. There's somebody out there who he reminds me of specifically, but I'm still, like, lost on it. I'm trying to find that pinpoint.
I think the obvious one is kind of like Bob Dylan.
You're right, yeah. There's that early Dylan feel.
He also reminds me of Prine a lot, too, though. Mm-hmm. In a way. Yeah, he's got some good songs, man. I like that guy a lot.
Yeah. His voice is, it feels like I've heard it all my life. And, you know, obviously, I've heard
that's how the good ones are, yeah.
A year or so.
It's like you ever hear a song, it feels like you've heard it your whole life growing up.
Right. Yeah.
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 Some Colter Wall stuff's like that for me, like 13 Silver Dollars. I'm like, damn, I'll listen to this shit forever, man.
Right. Yeah. He's another one of those guys who, in a kind of in a different way than Charlie, but like he's bringing back these like old Western songs, these old trail songs, and these old frontier songs, and bringing them back to the mainstream and trying to show all these kids, hey, this is some music you need to check out.
Yeah, I think he's just so damn good that he could record the ABCs and people would like, holy shit, that sounds badass. You know? But he's shining light on some really good stuff. You know?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, okay. So like you guys were, I guess like Jason Momoa did that video.
Oh, here we go.
I saw that. What was that like? What was the like?
Man, I tell you what, we was just being in Canada for me was just a trip to begin with. I had like a week before we got on tour with Colter and like took a break, or either we took a break and came back, or it was a second tour. I can't remember. It's all blurred, but I didn't have a passport at the time like a week before.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go downtown Dallas, and my truck ran out of gas. I had to get like all this bad shit happened. Finally got my passport like that day. Paid a shit ton of money to get it.
Yeah.
And somehow I made my way up to Canada. But just being in Canada was a trip in itself. And I'm sound checking, and I see Mary, Colter's manager, walk in. I'm like, I know her, like wave at her, you know. And then some big dude in like a trucker hat waves back at me. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, waving at me. So we finish sound checking and go back up to the green room area, backstage, and I walk into Colter's green room and grab a beer and some whiskey. Sully was bitching at me for drinking all his whiskey, but his drummer. And I'm just kind of standing around, and there's a bunch of people sitting down, you know, and I feel a tug on the back of my shirt, and I look down, and the big dude in the trucker hat says, he's like, "Hey man, I'm Jason, good to meet you." I was like, "Oh, I'm Vincent, man, good to meet you too." And I just kind of didn't think much of it, and kind of walked around, and I took a drag, and there's that, you know, that just like my pupils dilated, and I realized, I'm like, wait, that's that. I just started watching that show. It was like Frontier, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking Jason Momoa. Like, oh, just I ran into our green room, which is next door to Colter's, and I go to my guitar player at the time. I was like, "Hey man, Jason Momoa's in the next room," and I fuck with everybody constantly. So he didn't believe. He's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, man." Just gave me that look, and I'm like, "No, for real this time." He's like, "All right." He gets up and peeks around. He's like, "Holy shit, what is going on?" Like, I have no fucking idea, man. I don't know what's going on. My life is getting real. I mean, playing for those big ass crowds with Colter is just incredible. It was a trip for me because I'm used to playing little honky-tonks and barbecue joints and stuff like that. And sometimes playing in front of nobody. So going from that to this big kind of deal, it was a trip. And then this famous guy.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that surprised all of us wasn't the fact that he was there. It was just how nice he was and how good of a dude he was, you know.
Yeah.
He was slapping us on the back, like in the lower back, like really hurts.
Yeah.
So now when we get drunk, we do it's called the mimosa slap.
Oh, there you go.
I kept leaning over to him and I called him mimosa a couple of times, and he just laughed his ass off.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
At least I think he thought it was funny.
But he looks so. It's a strange juxtaposed thing where you look super down to earth and super like into everything y'all were doing, but also like this larger than life character where, you know, he was still a movie star. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be crazy for him too. Just I'm sure that dude wakes up sometimes and realizes like, holy shit, like,
yeah,
insane life I'm living right now.
Yeah.
But he really is a down to earth kind of guy, man.
Yeah.
Gave me his phone number. He's like, text me, man. Text me. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Gotta hide my phone from my little sister so she doesn't steal the number out of it.
Yeah, no shit, huh? Yeah. Have you texted him or anything? Have you said like, hey?
We've been texting about Towns records.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
yeah.
what's your favorite Towns record? This and that. He's supposed to come to Dallas not too long ago, but I think he said he took some other movie somewhere else. So.
Yeah.
We have mutual friends actually, and oddly enough, my buddy Kenny Kirk over in Fort Worth, who runs Chopper Supply, they have like a knife company together.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had no idea.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That there's, in my opinion, like my favorite of the Towns covers that Colter does, that Snake Mountain Blues.
Snake Mountain Blues got me down low. Yeah.
I think like that's, in my opinion, that's my favorite of his.
Man, that's a good song, man.
He covers there. Yeah, he played here back in February on a Tuesday.
Colter did? Yeah.
It was his first time being in Lubbock, but he liked it.
I think I was there a couple days before him.
Oh, what, were you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a couple weeks. I can't remember. But how was the show? Was it fun?
It was packed in here.
Yeah.
It was packed, and it was. You know, we had talked a little bit about, we did a podcast, but we did it in his van out front because they opened up like at 8, and so like, you know, obviously a lot of people are already in here and everything.
Yeah, you can't. I think if we go past whatever time, I don't think anybody's gonna be bothering us too much, you know.
But they were because there were like obviously there was the line and all that kind of stuff, and we were sitting in there, and I compared it to like Jurassic Park. We're just sitting in the front two seats and watching people walk by and being like, they're just like not knowing if they should knock on the window or,
oh yeah,
you know. But
man, I had a crazy my first time playing here was open up for Justin Townes Earl, which at the time I was like I was really in his music. I liked his stuff a lot. I still do, but I just discovered him and was kind of diving into his music and his style and the way he picks everything. And I actually got an offer to play here, open up for Gary P. Nunn. I was like, shit, like that's a big deal, man. Holy hell.
yeah,
So I said, yeah, of course, man. Let's do it. So getting the I think we were rolling like a Pontiac, like a shitty like Grand Am or something. I don't know. And like just shoved in the back. About halfway here, I get a call from Red Shahan, actually, was the one who booked me for the show.
yeah,
And he's like, hey, man, sorry, you're not going to be opening up for Gary P. Nunn today. I was like, oh, shit. I knew something was going to go wrong. He's like, yeah, I don't know who the guy is, but he's like, he's a good dude. You'll like him. I'll let you know here in a little while. So I'm like maybe 10 minutes away from the venue, 10 minutes away from here. And he's like, he gives me a call. He's like, hey, man, it's this guy named Justin Townes. Justin Townes? I was like, you mean Justin Townes Earl? Or maybe he knew, I don't know. Maybe just adding that for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Sorry, Red.
I don't think so.
Like, I don't know. Who knows? Did I even know who he was? Who knows? What is life? Where are we at? Anyway, I get to the venue and I'm like, holy shit. He pulls up in like a Toyota Tundra. He's wearing like shorty shorts and and like boat shoes and just running around banging on the doors trying to get in.
Yeah.
I remember him being so upset that there was no green room, but I was more his manager, kind of like contract. I'm sorry, Justin Townes Earl.
I've heard about like this
talking about your business right now.
About the green room kind of situation, but
yeah. Well, it's like there's no green room here.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of like in my opinion, like one of the obviously it's kind of a drawback, but I think it's kind of the special thing about Blue Light is that it kind of pushes whoever's playing into the crowd. And of course, like that's not everyone's style, but I think it makes a better quote unquote fan friendly environment.
Yeah, some people just don't prefer to keep themselves distanced from the crowd, which is, whatever, man. You don't owe anybody anything, is the way I see it.
Yeah.
I think if you're providing music for people, that should be enough, but personally, I try to hang out with people just because it's a trip for me just that anybody even likes my stuff.
Yeah.
That anybody would even come out to see me play. So, hell yeah, I'm going to come hang out with them and drink with them or,
Yeah. I guess like the problem is whenever, the guy who's like, well, I paid my admission ticket, so like you owe me more than the you know what I'm saying, like that guy who's like, I paid whatever amount to come in here, and
some folks think they're going to get a lifelong friendship for $10 or something.
Yeah, that's what I've always, not always, but I've said a bunch, and probably people who listen are like, okay, you've said this 100 times, but I think it's so true is that everyone loves to have that water cooler story back when they go back to their job and be like, oh, I bought shots for the band, and it's like, well, was that the only shot they drank that night, or is that like the 50th person who tried to buy them shots that night, and are you getting pissed off because they don't want to take a shot after?
Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
One time I brought Hayes Carl water on stage, and I felt so cool because he drank a sip of it. I was like, yeah, man, Hayes Carl, he likes me. We're friends now. You know what I'm saying?
Hayes.
And I think I walked up to him and everyone's like, hey, man, I was the guy who brought you water. He's like, cool, I don't give a shit about it. What the fuck? Who cares?
Right. He's one of the first, when I first started like New Slang, and it was just based it was not a podcast, it was just all online kind of thing. I guess I had interviewed Ray Wiley Hubbard, and he had said, if you ever need anything, you got my phone number. You're just going to let me know. Of course, like you hear that, like how many times you hear like, oh, you got my phone number.
Yeah.
If you need anything. So I'm trying to get like a hold of Hayes Carl and email his manager, email his press, email like, you know, a couple times trying to get an interview because he was coming through. And I was like, fuck, no replies. So I just text Ray. I'm like,
there you go.
Explain the situation. And he didn't say nothing back. Like, and I was like, fuck. And then like the next day I got a text from Hayes Carl saying like, hey, this is Hayes Carl.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, fuck yeah. There's actually, that night was a pretty, we did that interview. Then he played up here a couple of days later or whatever. And it was kind of funny. Like he was sitting out back. And this was like back, you ever been here before like this patio was built?
Yeah, I think that Justin Towns Earl show I opened up for was before the patio was
there was
there.
like a smaller patio and just picnic tables out there and real dark. And anyways, he's sitting on a picnic table and I'm talking to him and a guy comes up and is like, man, I saw you, and he names off some little town in like Mississippi or like Alabama. I can't even remember. And he was like, where? He's like, I don't think I ever played there. No, man, you played blah blah. It was back like a couple years, and like he's just like,
this is Hayes talking to this guy.
Yeah, and this guy's like,
shit, if I was Hayes, I probably wouldn't remember.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
But he was like, man, you played, and it was you and blah blah, and it was back in, and he like, you know, the year, and it was in blah blah, and he just keeps on, and he's like, I don't remember, like I don't remember this, but, and you know, after like 10 minutes of this, he's like, well, I don't know, maybe I did play this shit, I don't know. And then, you know, the guy walks off, and 30 minutes later he comes back and he's like, hey, it was great meeting you and everything, and you were right, it wasn't you that I saw. It was confusing you and Zach Brown band.
Oh my God, that's gold right there. A little bit of chicken fry.
And he was like,
I'm gonna sing the whole song now.
Well, it happens. And like, the guy just walked off, and
that's fucking funny as shit.
Yeah.
Somebody got me confused for Colter Wall. Well, outside, I think that shit happened with everybody in the band or anybody that's opened up for Colter.
Yeah.
As people are, I don't know if it's they just really don't know what Colter Wall looks like,
yeah,
or they're just blinded by just they're starstruck of just being there, that they're blinded. They can't see anybody. They just lose all facial recognition skills or something.
Yeah.
But I'm about 200 pounds heavier than a Colter Wall, and I don't have a red beard, but
yeah,
my drummer got it a bunch of times too. It was funny, man.
Yeah. Is that who you've been? Is that like the one? I guess like just because you were opening, or has there been other? Are you? I don't know. Insert name here.
I've got actually. This is a plot twist, y'all. Everybody listening, you're actually listening to Joshua Ray Walker right now. This is Joshua. Good to see you. Later.
He was on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so I get that one sometimes. You know, we're both big dudes who wear cowboy hats and play.
DFW.
Yeah, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Renamed.
Yeah.
I couldn't be more flattered to be mistaken for Joshua Ray Walker.
Yeah.
That's rad.
I mean, he's been getting some really great shows too. Doing some. What'd you think of his record? Did you obviously?
I love it, man. He's my brother, dude.
Yeah.
I love that guy like a brother. Me and him, man. I think with the day I met him, man, we just hit it off. I say this about most of my friends, but we just hit it off like two peas in a pod. But yeah, he's killing it, man. He really is.
Yeah, I was telling him, I thought he had like there's like a Blaze Foley kind of quality to his writing, where there's like this.
Blaze Foley and Dwight Yoakam had a baby.
And that baby had a mullet going.
Yeah.
When he showed up that day, he was like, yeah, we were loading up and coming over here, and like he's wearing like, I guess like a kind of like a
poncho or something.
No, he was wearing like a tropical shirt.
Oh, tropical shirt. Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, and I left my denim jacket in the the passenger seat of my car, and I mean that denim jacket always just kind of ties everything together, and so I think like everyone's just going to expect me to play Jimmy Buffett songs all night.
Yeah, I guess you can't really. There's too much Hawaiian pattern showing, you know, and that's a lot of man right there too. It's a lot of fabric.
Yeah, it's a good shirt though.
Me and him we have very similar fashion. Sense of fashion, sense of style. We're fashionistas.
Yeah,
it's that like Texas kind of thing, like throwing a Hawaiian shirt and a straw cowboy hat and like some boots.
Exactly.
Ready to party, man.
Yeah.
It's like that Ray Wiley Hubbard song, like, got me a
Port Aransas dope dealer.
Yeah, I look like a Port Aransas dope dealer who's out on bail to trying to get home.
Yeah.
I got me some mirror sunglasses, I got a pager, I got a mobile phone, I got a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. 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 I was going to bring up something else and I completely forgot now.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The less you bring up, the better with me, because we pretty much cover all the good stuff.
We cover all the good
that's
stuff?
left is the bad stuff.
It's all the stuff that your manager was like, in the fall, a record.
Oh, yeah.
10 to 13 songs.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
Yeah. The place you cut it, that's like the Leon Bridges kind of spot, right?
Leon recorded his record over there.
Yeah.
It was like before it was even a studio, really. It was kind of like a makeshift kind of deal they had.
Really?
It was a golf equipment testing facility. So they had a bunch of turf, like, I guess AstroTurf is what it's called.
Yeah.
Fake grass kind of shit. And they just kind of set up their equipment and just made a record. Live, straight to tape.
Yeah.
I'm good buddies with Austin and Chris and Josh. They run the place, and my guitar player actually just started working there too. He's been in and out of there for a long time, but
yeah.
Austin. Sorry, Andrew Skates.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah. Grady Spencer just finished he did his record there too.
Yeah.
He's a Lubbock guy. He moved over to Fort Worth, and
Grady Spencer's cool, man. I like that guy a lot. Good feller.
Yeah.
Smart feller. Fart smeller.
He's one of those guys who's really good on the Instagram story.
My favorite is Paul Cawthon, dude.
Oh, Paul.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
You've interacted with Paul on social media before? It's gold.
Yeah.
That dude he needs to be on Saturday Night Live. They need to clone Paul Cawthon, get about 4 or 5 of him going, and maybe you'd be surprised how funny Colter Wall is. That's a goofy muff. He's funny. Dude's really funny. He's got good comedic timing.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Now what I was kind of surprised by Colter was he was just hanging out front, like before the show. Yeah. Just drinking beer and smoking cigarettes and talking with anybody who came up. You know what I mean? And I guess sometimes you think of like if a guy's a serious songwriter, if a guy's like, you know, getting a whole lot of success, you kind of maybe think like, is he going to be too cool for school, or, you know?
Right.
And he was just, you know, just laid back and everything. Going back to Paul though, I thought like Sons of Fathers was gonna like change and revolutionize country music. I thought like they were gonna be the big fucking thing. I don't know.
Man, I didn't know Paul back then when he was doing Sons of Fathers, and actually I've never even heard.
Did you?
I've never even heard of Sons of Fathers tune.
Man.
Me and him are from the same, I believe.
From the same place?
Wait, is Terrell in Vincent County? Is it Terrell County? I can't remember. We're from right down the road from each other, though. Both East Texans. Yeah. I love that guy to death, too. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, they played up here a whole bunch, and he crashed on couches up here for a couple weeks here and there, and he's just a good guy, good songwriter. I'm excited about like what this next record's gonna look like and feel like.
I heard it, man. It's good.
Is it feel good?
Oh,
did he do that? Did he do the? Did he end up cutting like that song "Old Crow Whiskey," the one that him and Ross Cooper wrote?
You know, he showed me a handful of the tunes, just kind of quick.
Yeah.
We were doing we're playing Granada and Dallas with Colter, and he showed up naturally. Showed up and got into his, can't remember if it's a Bronco or it's like a Dodge Ram, kind of like just old school that kind of truck,
Yeah.
you know. It was like velvet interior. I'm like, asking my secret. I was like, watch the velvet, son. What? Chill out, bro. He put on a couple of the songs. He played me a couple of the songs, man. I just, oh, they're good. They were different.
Did he have like a hat holder thing, like the old school '80s hat? You know?
I didn't see one, but it wouldn't surprise. I didn't see a lot night. I missed a lot.
Any of those damn things in forever.
That sounds like I've never even seen one of those.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. That sounds like a damn good idea, though.
Okay, so like I remember like
holder. You stick the brim in it.
Yeah, like basically like it would be like a metal wire thing.
What kind of hat is that, by the way?
It's just it's a Stetson.
I like that, man. Oh, Stetson just sent me this hat right here.
Oh, did they?
Tom Mix, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It sounds different without it. The sound just kind of like bounces off the. It's like a sombrero, man.
Yeah. Now I love
Anyway.
they call that like the cigar roll. Is that what that is on the?
They should call it a cigar roll. I don't know what. I think it's some call it a pencil roll or just a roll. I don't know. I think the pencil roll is the thin roll, but yeah, I think this is the jelly roll. They just put a bunch of grape jelly on your hat and punch you in the face as hard as they can.
Yeah.
And leave.
Yeah.
We look like a couple of drunks over here. All these empty bottles just laying around.
I know.
Get some ambient, some bar noises going on in the background.
Yeah. People think we're gonna start doing like an ASMR video or some shit.
What is that?
Never heard of ASMR?
Is that kind of like when you do, like what is?
No, it's just like tapping and shit like that. Like where like people, like
a sensory kind of deal.
Yeah, like where they'll like just kind of like tap on shit, just
do this.
Not like that hardcore, but yeah, where like just.
Or is it like when people like cut cheese, slice into cheese and do weird kind of shit like?
Yeah, that kind of shit.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's like watching somebody throw up, you know.
Cutting cheese.
It's great. It's really something. Yeah. You can't look away.
Yeah.
Something very soothing about that.
I think we need to go get some more beers.
Sounds good to me.
You good?
Good with the whole.
Yeah.
I think
we've been rolling here.
I could have said some better things, but I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty good. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah,
it's been a good one.
Yeah.
Well,
I appreciate you, man,
for coming on and everything.
Hell yeah. I wish we could record a handshake right now. I would. Just so y'all know, we're shaking hands right now.
Yeah, we're shaking hands.
The skin rubbing against.